What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. We had some interesting movement from Bitcoin in the past few days. Well, mainly yesterday was a big move. We had a crazy spike down, then a spike up, and a continuation. You could see it if you look in the hourly. It threw a lot of people off, and a lot of traders got wrecked. The 21K range had a lot of short positions that got liquidated. We came, where was it? It was over here. Yesterday's candle, we had a spike down. We had a pump up. Let's look at the percentages. We had a move down. Oh, before I continue, I'm going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, possibly the DXY, Ethereum Classic, and the rest of the market, and some other altcoins probably. Okay, we had a 2% move down, then followed by another from the low. If you take it from the low to the high, we had 5%. So there were a lot of gains to be made. A lot of people made a lot of money yesterday, and a lot of people got wrecked. That's another 4%. If you look at it, they're like constantly opportunities to make money, another 4% up. So if someone took advantage of that, they could have made a hell lot of money. But let's get back to the chart. If we look at it on the hourly, we could look at Bitcoin that it was traveling in an ascending channel, or is. We could say that if we get another touch to the low, it will confirm the channel and we could rotate back up. The low of this channel is at 20,664. However, if Bitcoin starts losing this level of 20,700, 20,600, I believe that we would be coming down possibly to the 19.8. We have fulfilled the target for this move up. My initial targets that I had some targets for this move up, and we have met them. So we could be reversing down. We have actually exceeded them. This was the 0.618 and 0.65. This is a golden pocket zone, and we have exceeded that move. So if I look at it this way, and if I say we had a from over here, we had a, where is this? Yeah, we had a one wave followed by a two, and this was our three, and this could have been our four, and this could have been our five, the end of the five wave of a correction. If this is a correction, it can be two things. It can either be bullish or it can be bearish. So it could be a correction, part of an A. Let me show what I'm looking at. It could have been an A to the upside, a B down, and this whole thing is a C. If that's the case, then we look at the trend-based fib. We take it from the bottom of the A to the top of the A to the bottom of the B, and you will see that we have exceeded the 1.272. However, 1.618 is a favorable target for wave C, and that would lead us to 21.8 or 21.9. That is the ABC correction. And the C wave is usually a 5 wave. As you see here, the C wave from down here to here is a 5 wave move up. And targets for wave 5 could go anywhere from 1.618. So let's take a trend-based fib and measure this out. From the bottom here of wave 1, you take the whole length of the wave 1, and then you bring it to the bottom of wave 4. Wave 5 would essentially, it would have been exceeded now. It's like way extended, 1.272. But in my opinion, we are in a possible reversal zone. Our move up is already, I believe, exhausted, Let's take a look at the RSI and see if we are in the overbought region. Yeah, Sheath, we had a Sheath shorts. We had a pump yesterday, amazing pump. A lot of people took advantage of it, but we are possibly at a reversal zone at the moment. That means we could be coming down. We'll look at targets. If you look at the RSI, we are in the overbought region, and possibly we will be cooling down a bit. Daily RSI. Daily RSI. We are or were in this downtrend. In my opinion, the RSI looks like it broken out. We broke out of this downtrend in the RSI. So can we get a bullish retest from on top? That would be really bullish if we get a retest. In the daily, we are not yet oversold. We're still in the bullish range, and we have broken out of that. Looking at the 4-hourly RSI, however, might be a different story. On the 4-hourly, let's go back here. On the 4-hourly, we could take it from this peak over here and come down. And come down, and we haven't broken out yet on the 4-hourly, but daily is showing a different story. So the RSI, we're not overbought on the RSI. MACD, our MACD is getting there, but we still have some more potential to the upside, but we're showing some weakness here. We can see the color had faded and we're about to curl down. This is on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, we've already crossed downwards, so that is a signal. On the daily, it looks like we have a bit more upside to go. So for the short time or short term, we could come down, but if we're gonna look at this bullishly and say, okay, we moved up in 1, and this was a correction in 2. From our June low, we moved up in 1, correction in 2, and we're expecting a third wave up. We need to start moving soon, because if we're not able to break the 21.8, which is, where's 21.8? 21.8 would be somewhere around here. If we're not able to reclaim that, or even go above the 22.8, then we're still in a short term. Even in the short term, we're still in the downtrend, because we need to claim the 22.8 to say, okay, we're reversing now, or at least the 22. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Money flow index, let's look at the 1-hourly. 1-hourly, I said it's crossed down. And if we take a look at ETH stochastic CG oscillator, 1-hourly, we're down here. So in the 1-hourly, we could come up in the ETH stochastic CG oscillator and form a double bottom and go up. Then that would be good for the short time. But if we go to the 4-hourly, we are sort of forming a top over here. Look at that. Let's zoom in. This is a preferred double top. Then you really get a push down. This could also give a push down. Look at this. Let's compare to what happened over here. Previously, we were here at around 21,357 and we came down to 19,900. So it could give us a move down. And at the moment we are at 21,352. Okay, we were here at 21K and it took us all the way down to 19,950. 19,950 That's a big move. We could do the same here. We are topping out in the hour, 4 hourly. 1 hourly showing a different story, but 4 hourly is a stronger signal. 15 minutes, same thing. However, we are printing a vector candle above the 50 EMA, so that's showing some strength. Let's see if it can live to that. Another way I like to look at things, I'm going to be showing you what I look at when I want to take a trade. So let's look at the volume for starters. Is this move up volume supported? Well, we could see that from yesterday, after this big pump candle, volume gradually died out, though the markets were still open. London and New York were still open, but look at this. That's volume divergence. We're forming higher highs, but volume is forming lower lows on the hourly. On the 4 hourly, we had the spike, and same thing, we are going down. On the daily, volume has been dropping since 26 September. However, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin cannot make a run for 25K. It's just showing you that the move up isn't really strong at the moment, even though it looks impulsive. Now, I want to look at if we have any divergences in the chart. Let's look at the RSI. RSI, okay, Bitcoin. It's easier to see divergences if you use different charts. If you use, where's that? I haven't changed it in a while, so I'm a bit lost. Yeah, if you use a line chart, you could spot divergences easily. You can see that Bitcoin has been forming lower lows. So let me show you that. This is on the 1 hour, lower highs, and we've been forming higher highs on the 1 hourly. That could give us short term, that's called bearish divergence on the 1 hourly. So we might get a pull down on the 1 hourly. Now looking at the 4 hourly, however, if now price starts breaking above, and then we're going to erase that bullish divergence. On the 4 hourly, it's a bigger time frame, so let's see if we have any divergences between previous and now. So we have to go back to around the 26th of October when Bitcoin was around 20,800. Clearly price, you can see we've moved up in price. RSI made lower lows in RSI. So that is bearish divergence even on a 4 hourly. We are still in a bearish divergence. To erase that, Bitcoin price action has surpassed that, but we need the RSI to come up, or maybe we'll come down. This could play out. We might come down something like this, possibly 2,500, and that will give chance for the RSI to come down. Then we will move up, and that will give RSI. I mean, it could play out in that way, or we could get a massive pump up now that will move the RSI with it. We need candles to close higher, and we can if candle doesn't wick, candles don't wick above, we need candles to start closing above, and maybe the RSI will have a breakout and erase this bearish divergence. But if price pulls down, RSI will pull down, and if price goes up but doesn't go high enough, then you'll be forming hidden bearish divergence, which would be a continuation to the downside. So for the short term, not going into more details in that, but for the short term, my targets now, first target I'm looking at is 20, around the 21.8. That is a target that has confluence. 21H is a fib channel, and I want to see the reaction at this fib channel, possibly a strong rejection. I will only be trading the reaction if there is a reaction at that point. 21.8. Stick around to the end. I'll be showing you something interesting, how to think when you're trading, how to make trade setups. Over here I have a target for wave 5 that could take us to 22.47, and if we're more bullish we could go up to 23.200. 252. Now wave 4 target I showed you in my videos has been hit, so this is essentially a wave 5 for the wave C to the upside. How is this? This is a C, this is a B, this was an A. So we were in an A, B, C correction. That is the bearish idea, or we are in the third wave up. Now I want to go into one of the alts. I want to see a potential trade setup to show you how you could be looking for these trade setups, potential trade setups before they happen. So you have your alerts on, and you're waiting for that setup. I'll just look at link. Link is a possible trade setup, so keep that on the list. Link, APT, Clay. Luna was a good trade setup. I was looking at it yesterday, but I didn't take any trades. Let's go to Luna. Okay, this is Luna. If you go on the 4-hourly, you see that Luna broke out above the 200 EMA. So essentially, if you are watching the daily, this wouldn't be 200. This would be the 50. This is the 50 EMA, and you would go in on the rejection of this 50. So you see price on the daily going to the 50 EMA, and you're waiting for that, and then you start digging into smaller time frames. So we go here, this was yesterday. The smaller time frame, you go to the 4-hourly, you can see price is getting to the 200, and we're going to break. We got up there, we didn't get a strong reaction, so you're still waiting to see if this move is true. This is the 4-hourly, so it would take a long time. The 1-hourly, this would be the 800 EMA. You probably will get better short-term views. You could see that we went up, we're stalling. 15 minutes. Yeah, this is what happened. On the 15 minutes, you don't have any EMAs, but you saw the rejection. You saw we pumped in green candles, then we got a bearish engulfing candle, a continuation. So this could be your entry, or the crossover of the 5 and 13, as I always talk about. And now this is a higher probable entry if you catch it. A breakdown, a retrace, and you're looking for that continuation if it happens. So the 5 and 13 should be pointing down. At the moment they're pointing up, and looks like they want to cross over upwards and continue higher. But if they start pointing downwards and start breaking down, you could enter there. We are at support, so you don't usually short in support, you short at resistance up here. Another way you would know that this is a possible entry, and you could have your alert set before time. There we go, we're breaking down. There we go. Let's go back to the 15 minute. Nothing much. Okay. Another way you would know that this is a possible entry is by always looking left. And you have this vector candle here. It's where we sold off strongly. Look at that candle. This is an order block. What is an order block? It's a place where a lot of orders have been placed, and you can see it without any indicators that we have consolidation over here. This consolidation would tell you that if price gets up there, then there is a good chance price will get resistance. Look at that. You just draw a rectangle over here, or even here, and you're waiting for price to interact with that. And what do you know? Price comes up immediately. Well, we spiked up all the way. We recovered this whole candle I bet you this is a vector candle over here. So let's look at it. On the 4 hourly, it doesn't look like a vector candle, but I'll mark it out over here. And we'll go to the hourly chart and let's see. It will show on the hourly probably. Let's go on the hourly now. There we go. There's my zone. That's what I marked. There you go. Exactly a vector candle. We came all the way up and recovered it. Yeah, bots are trading this market. Now, targets for Bitcoin to the downside. Yeah, so before I go away from that, I'm gonna give you yeah, so you have your alert set for a certain level by looking left, by looking at the EMAs. Like for now, if I am looking for a trade, I'll be looking at mask USDT, and I'll be looking at the 4 hourly. I have nothing on the 4 hourly, but I have a vector candle over here. There's a good chance we'll be coming up here. So I could mark out that zone that if I come up there, I could get rejected. I'll mark it out. Then I will go to the daily where I saw there is a 800 EMA coming. Where is the EMA on the hourly? I thought I saw a moving average. Well, we broke out of the 200, so. But yeah, this would be my next zone of interest, 5.288 for a rejection. I took, yeah, so I would set an alert for it if I was interested in trading that. Quant is above the 50. Also on the daily, we wicked below and came back up. Apt rejection from the 50 on the daily. And clay, clay rejection from the 50. Luna, yeah, so Luna C, Luna Classic. We see it on the 4 hourly breaking below the 200, so that's possibly an entry. If you look at the hourly, we might come and retest it. 15 minute, we are below the 50, which is ideal for a short entry. So we could be breaking down. Let me go for a coin that has the trades well. Link, I have Link and I have I think Link and Matic are good ones. Where's Matic? Matic is above the 50, so it's nothing to short. You could long it, it's above the 50. But even if we go up, now looking at Link, I had this level preset and I was waiting for it. Actually, I think that is the 0.786 EMA. It helps when you draw Fibonacci retracement levels. So you can see Link is trying to come up again. Now let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum is in an interesting zone. Now let's look at where could Ethereum be going. On the 4 hourly, this is on the hourly. Let's switch off my indicator. And let's bring a divergence indicator to see if we have any divergence on the hourly. No divergence. 4 hourly. From this high, we formed higher highs. So from this high, lower highs. We are forming bearish divergence on the 4 hourly, and I believe it's confirmed already. On the daily, we even have divergence on the daily. So let me show you that. We have higher highs on the daily, and we have lower highs on the day on the RSI. So yeah, that's bearish divergence. So I wouldn't trade just off it. I would rather look at the candles and, as usual, keep it simple. Put on the indicator, look left, there we have a vector candle. We have a possible vector candle all the way here to my resistance level of 1720. My next level is 1811 to look to close my long if I have a long, or to take profit, or even to take a short. Because once we get to 1720 market or 1811, what each of this level could give us a rejection unless we come in a very strong way. But I believe that we could come up to this during the weekend. It's not far away. We could come up here, even though we're forming bearish div. It could give us a small pullback and continuation upside. So we could do this. We could pull back like this. Okay. Break it. We broke the low. We made a lower low, and the RSI comes down, but the RSI forms a higher low. Okay. And then what happens here, you get lower lows price action, higher lows in the RSI, and you get a bullish divergence, and you continue higher. Or you could have higher lows on price action and lower lows on the RSI, and that will give you hidden bullish divergence. That is a continuation to the upside. That's what I'll be looking at for Ethereum. For me, if I look at the 4-hourly, it could be a possible trade zone. We are in a range. We're forming a range at the moment. We are forming a range, and you could trade the range until it breaks. So you could just short the highs and long the lows. Let's see. We have a wick over here and a wick, and over here we have a wick. You could take it from the wick or the, so sort of a range. Let's see how long it might continue like this, 1660 to 1516, and play around here for a bit during the weekend. That's my targets for Ethereum. To the downside, I still have that target at around 1406 as a level of significance. You can see when we break out of this, we broke out with significant volume because it is a resistance level. You could even see we had two vector candles. One broke out, another one opened and pumped out. And if we break from it, you would see that we break with strong red candles. So 1406 is a significant level since 2020. I have it marked out because of a 2020 value area high of that range. Now Solana I haven't looked at much recently, but we are above levels of resistance. But if you wanted to trade it, you could have levels marked out. As I told you before, I'll be looking at EMAs or Fibonacci retracement. We have the 800 EMA coming in at $39.63. You could set up an alert there, and let's try and find confluence. Do we have any value area high? We are above the value area high of that entire range, but let's take another fixed range volume profile for this small range here from this wick to here. We've broken out also of that. Now to make sense of it, if I want to know where, I have an EMA at 39.63 as I said. Now let's see how far could we retrace from the high to the lowest low over here. We are above the golden pocket. I think we are doing as Bitcoin is. We are above. The next level is 36.34 to be a 0.783 retracement of this entire move down. So if this is going to be a bearish thing, then we'd say we had a 1, we're coming up in a 2, and we're going down 3. That's a bearish count. However, the bullish count could tell us that let me delete that. The bullish count could tell us our June lows were the bottom was in, and we went up in a 1, and this was our 2. So where will our 3 go? Simple. You take a trend-based fib, you take it from the low of 1 to the high of 1, to the low of 2, and you say 3 can go up to 1-to-1 extension or 1.618. So there you have the 38.91, or you could go as high as 46.34. So you have your bullish target, you have a bearish target, you know for your fib retracement. For the fib retracement, as I said, let me get rid of the trend-based fib. For the fib retracement of this move, if it was a bearish move, we had a correction up. Now we're having a 1 down. A 1 down, a 2 up. So the 2 can go as high as a 0.786. It can also come as very close to completing wave 1, but it can't complete it. Then we go down. So if we break 48.65, then we know that we're reversing big time for Solana. A first point that would indicate we're reversing short term. Just a second. We have short term for reversal. We need to break the 38.96. Next target long term would be to break 48.46. So break of 38.96, $39, then you know you are short term breaking the downtrend. Looking at the DXY, we closed bearishly, so that is good for the markets. Just simple. DXY down, markets go up. Our total market cap. Let's look at the total market cap. We have the total 1, 2, and 3. The total 1 contains all the crypto. The total 2 contains all the crypto except Bitcoin, so all the altcoins. And the total 3 contains altcoins excluding Bitcoin. Excluding Ethereum. So just altcoins basically. So there we go. Total 3 is pulling down on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, we're just having a small bounce. So while trading, you could be looking at the market cap. Where is it on the EMAs? So if I want to know, am I going to have a move up, a move down? It helps to know where's your market cap. Is money leaving from the market? We had money coming in the market yesterday, and now we're having a red candle on the hourly. So is money leaving the market? On the daily, we still look good. We may continue higher, recover this vector candle, or it did already. Next zone on the daily is the 444.799 billion as a market cap value. So market cap is another thing. Basically trading, keep it simple. Use a few indicators. Use Fibonacci. It helps. Use fib retracement to know where's your zone, next zone of interest, to take profit or to get out of trade or to enter a trade. And look for the move before it happens. Keep your alerts ready. Keep your alerts. I showed you a token. I said, which one was it? On the daily. Litecoin might get rejected from here. Again, next zone for Litecoin is $73. Was it Matic? I was looking at the daily and it was approaching the 200 EMA. I can't see it. You could, Link. Link is getting rejected at the 0.786 retracement from here. And it's reversing. It could be reversing down and recover this entire insufficiency. You see, when we have a big candle moving up away from the 50, always expect that we would move back to the 50. It's a way that big institutions trade, big money makers, market makers that have liquidity in exchanges. They say it openly in their site. They say it, that they use mean reversion. That means going back to the mean. So we could be going back to the 50. Even on the daily, we are getting rejected on the 0.786. Even if we pump up on the daily, you have the 200 EMA. What's the significance? Look left. What has the 200 done? Is it a point of rejection? Yeah, we may break up above it, but then we break down severely. So just be aware, the 200 EMA for Link, if you're in the long, then you should be looking at these targets of possible taking profit at $9.063. I also have an alert over here at 9.5. Because at that point we'll be breaking the 1-to-1 extension and Link would be in the breakout. So you could be looking for something like this if Link starts breaking out. A breakout of the 1-to-1, a retest, consolidate, maybe fake out to the downside a bit, come back up if it has some juice in the tank to continue higher. If you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe to the channel for most accurate targets in the market. If you've been following me for a while, since the beginning, you would know that I gave some very good calls while we were in the bear market using my strategies, Fibonacci channels and EMAs. Thanks for watching. More trades. I'm out.